How do you do? Ladies and gentlemen,
Greetings to you.
wherever you are, for music and the latest news from home and from afar, the station for you is
OTR, Old Tube Radio.
the station for you is
OTR.
Music, the latest news, and a lot of skip from all over the place. The Old Tube Radio Network, real radio's glowing in the dark here at 27085, the frequency in Central California, and everywhere else streaming live at oldtuberadio.net. The skip is running tonight, and we'll see what we can get out here. Listening for Old Tube Radio check-ins.
35.
And there is one right now coming through loud and clear on the reception meter here. Hello, Mr. Bill. Tell us what's going on in Radioland out there tonight.
Okay, gonna check in the Buddy Base. Harvey's bugging me to check in the Buddy Base.
The Buddy Bass sounding good. I'm assuming that is probably one of many of your collection. We heard the new one from that Harvey helped put together last week was sounding quite nice, and that is definitely busting through the skip, no problem. Over.
Yeah, this one did a smoke show and smoked the transformer, so we had to get a new one. So he said I had to check it in.
Sounds great. Nice Buddy Bass audio. There are, I guess, a couple of modifications that can be done to that with, I guess, 6L6 in the audio and some other things. But whatever you've done, it sounds great. If you get a chance to listen to the archives at oldtuberadio.net, even through the skip, you will be impressed. There are, two versions of that, the Autronics, and I think there was one built by Marina Communications. I don't know if you know which one you've got, but that is, for those who are unaware, we're showing a picture of it at oldtuberadio.net, a three-piece radio transmitter, receiver, and the very infamous on-the-air light, which should illuminate in just a second as Bill keys the microphone.
Oh yeah, got the big light there on the air. Sounding good. Sounding good on receive on this end too there, Dennis. All right, well, that's someone else check in. 35 out.
All right, sounding good. A lot of people like those. They had a special, I guess, what they call a 10-meter conversion, if you will, where you could get maybe 30 watts input to the final with a little bit of tweaking and peaking. Sounding good. Radio number one to get things started off in great fashion here on a very skip-full evening in Central California on the Old Tube Radio Network. The Big Buddy Bass from SWL 35. Thanks, Bill, and we are listening for more. Looks like I forgot to put the link up at the big page, so I will do that for the streaming video. We'll have the link up here in just a second.
Station?
And station, go ahead, over.
Okay, I got a late start here. SWL 93 wants to check in.
All right, not a problem with the late start. We have had, as you probably know, lots of skip coming through and making things a little bit difficult. So if we've missed a couple of SWLs because of that, not a problem. We'll be checking everyone in until we sign off around 10 o'clock. Let me go to the big page and make you official. SWL 95, sounding good, Louie, over.
93.
Oh, 93, yes. There is no 95. You are even sounding better as 93, over.
Okay, at least I'm in there, and I'm back out.
Okay, yeah, it said checked in SWL 93, but the net controller was saying something different. I think we are on the same page now. OTR listening.
All right, we're back out. SWL 93 clear.
And hello, 35, over.
Okay, I'll go ahead and check in the big bad tram D201A.
I agree. Yet another great, great audio. Something fell over here. Great audio radio from the Buddy to the tram. I'm assuming that is one of the T201A. Don't know if it's early or late, but it sounds good. Radio number 2, back to you.
Yeah, it's a 40 channel. Just one of my best radios I like to use all the time, so that's my daily driver there.
Yeah, that's a good thing, and we mentioned that before. Some of these radios sound very good. A lot of they all sound good. Some of them sound exceptionally good, as does the tram D201A, and as Bill just put it, making it a daily driver is not a problem, and it's very hard to beat it. A picture of the top-of-the-line tram there with the nice wood sides and just about every control you could imagine. It's radio number 2. Take another transmission.
All right there, Dennis. You have a good one. Hopefully we'll get some other people checking in there.
All right, well, at least we're stirring it up a bit. As the gray line, you can see through the window behind me where sun is just about down, still going down. Not much of a sunset out there tonight, but we'll see how the skip changes, and we can wave goodbye to the mini grass and say hello to whatever else comes in. Tram D201A. Thank you, Bill.
Well, I guess I'll break the silence and check in this one.
That's a good thing. From Buddy Bass to a tram to, I think I know the manufacturer, but I don't know where we're at in the year of manufacture, so over to you.
Good old Screaming Browning Eagle, Mark III SSB. 2 pieces, about, 32 inches across, all both together.
Yeah, transmitter and receiver, big transmitter, big receiver. No on-the-air light, but the on-the-air light is, where is it? It's stuck somewhere. It's either in the transmitter or the receiver. I guess I could look behind me and figure it out, but I forgot. You'll let us know. The audio sounds great. That was the competition, really. Price point and just about every other point to our prior radio, the Tram D201, and they were, speaking of price point, I think they were both in the $700 or $800 range back in the day. Over to you.
Yeah, that's definitely the 2 main competitors, the 201 and this one. I like that 201. If I'd ever find a nice one, I'd probably pick it up. But they're kind of expensive, like you say, even on the second-hand issue. And the on-the-air light is definitely on the receiver, just below the eagle on the speaker.
Okay, I have acquired the photo of the Mark III, and indeed, there it is, right under, as Ed said, the large eagle on the even larger speaker, keying up the thing on the air. Doing a good job. It's Radio 3 on the Old Tube Radio Network, here every Saturday from 8 to 10 p.m. Pacific time, doing just what we're doing now, and that's listening for, talking to, and adjusting, if it's necessary, the tube radios, some of which you may remember because you have them or had them or maybe would like to have one. Let's hear from the Browning again. Thanks for bringing it by.
Yes. In fact, it was back in the 70s, the very first CB radio that I ever saw that made me fall in love with these things was a Browning Golden Eagle with a big lollipop microphone hooked to it, and I always remembered that and finally got one. And with that, we'll definitely have another radio for you in a little bit.
All right, and we will be here. I remember I never had one myself. I don't even think I ran anybody's Browning until I got up here in Fresno. No, I take that back. What was the guy's name? Is Red Dog or something like that. He was, he had the whole set. We even had the what was it, the 180 amplifier with it. And that was my first up and close of a Browning, and thinking, man, I'll never have one of these. All right, sounding good. The Old Tube Radio Network. Let me see. We can get to the jingle singers here. If I can get Bozo Control's attention over in the other studio. All right, here we go. See what they can tell us about their favorite place to be here on Saturday nights.
How do you do? Ladies and gentlemen, greetings to you. Wherever you are, your favorite spot on the dial by far is known to you as
OTR, the Old Tube Radio Network.
the station for you is
OTR.
Might even be able to open up the RF gain here if the noise level goes down a little bit more. And let's see, from the big board, SWL20 checking in. Hello, Harvey. As you can hear, we are having massive doses of the Skipland tonight as Hawaii's talking to everyone and everywhere. Things are calming down, and it'll be interesting to see where if any of the E-Skip comes in. Thanks for tuning in. Your Saturday night place to be, SWL20.
Well, it's too quiet. I think I'll check this one in too.
Yes, let's check in that one. Over.
This one is the Elmer Fudd type, Johnson Messenger 223.
Wow, okay. I was trying to think, what radio do you have that has good loud audio like that, but it's very old, and I forgot about that one. So let me find a 223 picture to go with the great sound of that radio, which is number 4.
Good old number 4. Yeah, this one has had the little lights above the S meter and the channel selector changed over to a little blue LED, so it's got a nice little blue glow to it. But other than that, yep, just like that one you just put up, this one does not have the little light that sometimes are on them. And I don't have the original microphone. This is a Silver Eagle hooked to this one.
All right, it sounds good. It's nice and loud. You certainly wouldn't want it to be too much louder than that. We are displaying the pictures. If you're watching the video tonight, we're still having secondary camera problems, so we're displaying pictures of the radios as they check in over at oldtuberadio.net if you want to simulcast that as well. Produced from 1969 to 1972, the Messenger 223, which I guess in theory was a Messenger 2, and the 23, they added full crystal control on transmit and receive, an S-meter, and pretty darn good stuff. Give us another transmission.
There you go. A nice simple radio, just a channel selector, your volume, squelch, and of course you also have to have the microphone hooked into this one in order to hear. Otherwise you've got no receive.
What do they call it? Electronic switching or something. So yeah, that can mess you up if you think the radio's broken. Just make sure you've got a microphone in there. Let me check to see. Sometimes we have schematics and things. Doesn't look like it, but probably none necessary. You can find more information about the Johnson Messenger 223 in Sam's Photo Fax 23, page 53. Back to Mr. Ed on radio number 4 for a transmission. Thanks for bringing it by.
Well, thank you, Dennis. And with that, we'll definitely get out and put another one on the air.
You blew smoke down Honolulu. Papa Charlie right there. Come on. Honolulu today. Papa Charlie right there. Come on.
It's just the Old Tube Radio Network. We're looking for radio number 5.
Oh, what the heck. I'll do a number 5.
Number 7 with a number 5. All right, I'm going to check my... I feel like I was getting feedback here, but I don't see the monitor circuit on exteriorly. So tell us about radio number 5 checking in at 8:54. Over.
This is the big green thing. Tram 23. Actually, a TR27 Echo in the model number, but I got the big Tram 23 right in the middle of it. 23-channel transmit and receive.
All right, we've got a picture of this one, and it actually is of that one, I think, because it has all sorts of stuff that you were looking at there. Our second tram of the evening, the E201A, and let's moving back about 8 years or so, 10 years from that one, the big tram, the 27 Echo. Gotta love the meter. Back to you.
Oh yeah, now that's a meter. Don't have to have glasses to see. It's a big old thing, about 3 inches tall and 3.5 inches wide. And that's a good. The speaker on there is a 5x7. That gives you an idea of just how large the radio is. 265.
Yeah, that I think that the phrase about "you broke my meter, you bent the needle" comes from that very radio, because it looks like if that slammed over at whatever it is, 40 or 60 on the right hand side there, that very long thin throw, the metal there would just kind of would bend, I think.
Yeah. If it slammed to the side, it would definitely probably just crack the plastic on the way through. Yeah, it does go up to 60, but this one's a bit miserly. You even come in at only 40.
Okay, well that's pretty good. All meters can be adjusted certain ways to do certain things. I guess there is a DBM setting. Art Collins had one for his 50 minus 50 over it for S9, and some people like 100 over S9. So depending on where you want it, that's the thing. It's all relative. It works. It looks cool, and it sounds great for Radio 5. The Tram TR27 Echo from 1963 with that 4-watt outputs, probably. So if you shoot some skip, it should be legal on that thing. Give us another transmission. It sounds great. Oh, and I see there is... You must have somewhere on that. It looks like an external crystal, although is that 23 tunable and switchable as well?
No, well, tunable receive, but of course crystal locked on it. Yeah, it does have a little socket there for an external crystal.
All right, but on your channel transmit selector, do you have all 23 available?
Yes, yeah. This was actually Tram's first edition with all 23 installed.
Okay, so I'm just wondering why they put an external socket when they gave you all the ones inside. Maybe maybe that's there's probably a switch there. So if you wanted to go to something real quick, you could just have that crystal in there from your other radio and just flip over, and you'd be there without having to crank the dial.
Yeah, that seems kind of weird, but who knows?
All right, radio number 5, the Tram TR27E on the Old Tube Radio Network. It's sounding great, and thanks for bringing it by.
Oh, and while I'm here, I'll mention that I'm using the Electro Voice 638, also a vintage microphone.
All right, vintage microphone for vintage radio. I'll make sure I'll find a picture of that and pop it up as well here so people see what's going on with that. All right, sounding good.
Thank you. With that, I think I can get one more on.
Okay, we're at 5, so we're not too far away from the favorite there. So OTR is listening. And if you're over at oldtuberadio.net, there is a very close-up. That's the point of view shot of the EV638 Chrome microphonium that is used by many tube radio operators. Whether they be on 11 meters, that's a favorite microphone of the Collins guys as well.
Yeah, Roger. Okay, man, we get you in there, man. I'll be back in the middle, downtown Honolulu, 29, Papa Charlie, downtown Mingus, 29, Papa Charlie, aloha. Yeah, right, 29, man. We're right back on the DT state, man. Oh, hey, 29, man. I urge you to go straight. Happy birthday, Salamanca. I want to get you on the you got a little bit of feedback.
Break OTR.
And the break OTR, is that our 00 I hear, over?
Yes, it is. I finally managed to scrape aside the project and make some room this evening for a Lafayette Comstat 25B.
All right. Yeah, I know about the projects. I've got many going on, so thanks for taking a little time out. Sometimes it's hard to, get into the radio room wherever it might be and turn things on, and it's not with the tube radios. It takes a little bit longer. You got to make sure it's working. You got to make sure the coax is on. You got to, there's a lot of things you want to make sure are done right before you key down the microphonium, and of course it has to warm up. And I think you've done well here. I'm looking for okay, the Comstat, and give me, it's a 25. Was that a Bravo, over?
Yes, 25B.
Okay, let's see, I've got two things here. First, we'll go, it looks like we're also showing a schematic, but that is when you look at a 25 or 25A, the 25B is a whole different animal. That is very, very modern, very mod looking with the blacked out dial and the black and chrome, and sounding pretty good too, over.
Well, very good. I just increased I'm using a static D104 amplified microphone, and I turned it up a scotch, and I think it's, I don't see it on the meter. What do you think?
No, I think it's good. I was looking, we're actually getting a little competition from Skipland. I was looking at the meter to see if it's got a little bit of forward movement. That's usually a good indication that you've got enough to do that. And I'm not hearing any flat topping. I'm not hearing the plants growing outside. So you may have got the right gain control set.
Well, real good. I think the last time I had this one on, we did the range boost, and well, why not do it again? Range boost on, range boost off, 1, 2, 3 off, 1, 2, 3 on.
Okay, and that's a good performance test there, because your signal is quite strong, and there is some heterodyne underneath you. So when you have the range boost off, I still hear your audio, but it's not as great covering the heterodyne. And when you put the range boost in, then your gain, your audio cuts through everything. And you do get another like 3 to 5 dB of forwards movement on the S meter, which is a good thing as well. The Lafayette Comstat 25 Bravo, a Panasonic chassis, one of their import radios. I don't know if it was similar to, because it's certainly a different look on the casing, but I'm not sure if it's similar to the other Panasonic chassis that did like the T-Berry and the Robbins as well. But has great audio, and I think you've got everything set perfectly. Over.
Well, real good, Dennis. I appreciate you being there and checking us all in. With that said, I'm going to go back to doing what I was doing and listening to OTR.
All right, we certainly appreciate you taking time out of the projects to give us radio number 6 here at the Old Tube Radio Network at 9, right at 9 o'clock. The Lafayette Comstat 25B, and I see that we are at the top of the hour, so if I can check all my controls here, yeah, that's what I thought. Get the hookup into Studio, I guess it's Studio B, if this is Studio A, and say hello to Bozo Control, Mr. Announcer, and the Old Tube Radio Jingle Singers.
How do you do? Ladies and gentlemen, greetings to you. Wherever you are, the friendliest station for you by far is known to all as
OTR, the Old Tube Radio Network.
the station for you is
OTR.
SWL number 7.
SWL number 7, sounding very loud with radio number 7.
There we go. Another green radio. I don't know. Maybe I got something for green. This is the Robin T123 No B, the one with the winking and blinking eye.
It is winking and blinking. That radio is really loud and also has an undercurrent, an undertone or something going on with it. Sounds like you're in Frankenstein's laboratory with the Van de Graaff generator or something going. Give us another transmission on the big green thing.
It's done that before. I'll have to take a listen to the archive afterwards and see what it's doing. I thought I had that little issue solved, but oh well. You know what it is with the old tubers.
Yeah, now it was good that time, so maybe it's a warm-up thing, but it is really loud. All right, there we go. There's a picture over oldtuberadio.net, a picture, a likeness of the radio on which Mr. Ed is talking. And this had a very good run, even more production years than the Messenger 223, 1972 to 1976. And basically, I'm going to say the only thing that killed this thing, this radio off, this version of it anyway, was the fact that in 1976, 77, when they went to 40 channels and just about any 23-channel radio, if they didn't stop producing it, the prices kind of went through the floor and picked it up quite nicely. Give us another transmission on Radio 7.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm looking at the on the air. You have the B model up. This one is the No B model.
Oh, the No B. All right, let me... well, that's even better. Oh, that's right. You said winking and blinking. The net controller is missing the cues here. Is missing the little cues that tells one which picture to put up. So let's do a take 2 and see if we can't get the. There we go. There's more green and the winking and blinking over.
Oh, there you go. That is definitely the correct radio. Yes, I have one of the Bs right behind me, but this is not that one. This one's like that one. Although this one has the D104 on it. And the reason why it's so darn loud is because this used to be Two Niners radio. And as you know, every radio we had was loud.
Indeed. All right. There we go. Proper radio. This one production should take us up to 1972. When the B model took over. Why they changed, I don't know. But this was not an. I don't think this was an import. This was not a Japanese radio. 11 tubes, 2 transistors thrown in for good measure. 12 volt DC if you had the right cable. 115 volt AC everywhere else, and doing good. So you must see a lot of tube Magic Eye tube activity with that D104 on there.
Yes, with this one, it definitely slams right to the center and nice and bright. So it lets me know that when it's working. Yeah, it's definitely doing the winking and blinking.
429.
All right, sounding good. Radio 7 here on the Old Tube Radio Network. In our coming up our 34th year of doing just what we were doing, and that's talking to and listening for the classic tube radios from 1958 to about 1978. This is one of them from the early 70s, 1970s, the Robin T123B. We're streaming audio and putting pictures of the radios as we go along at oldtuberadio.net and listening and broadcasting at 27085 in Central California. Give us another transmission on Radio 7, and thanks for bringing it by.
Well, thank you, Dennis, and of course to OTR Net Control there. Without you, man, this would be a boring Saturday night. Appreciate it a lot, guy. We'll definitely be talking to you later.
Hello. All right, 429, Papa Charlie, downtown Honolulu. Yeah, 429, we're ahead. What's your 29? Papa Charlie, hello. Papa Charlie, Honolulu, Gashinda Nico, aloha.
Now, if we get Papa Charlie to fire up his tube radio, I could get another check-in.
429, man, we get you around to it. All right, number 3, man, we get you around to, man. You walk in and he's throwing on the mean. Number 3, Papa Charlie right back. And you too, 429. We get you later, man. Tell 777 I need you. Hello, man. We get you later, 429. Papa Charlie, I mean,
And Mr. Tim Tron in the Pacific Northwest, who is sort of giving us an idea why we're hearing such items now. He's hearing aurora skip up there in the Pacific Northwest on 6 meters and a lot of sporadic stuff on 11, which we are getting and probably will be getting tonight as the sun is almost... Yeah, I'd say the sun is definitely down here in Central California. Hello, Tim. Thanks for waving a hand, and some interesting conditions here the last week or so for 10 meters sporadic, 11 meters sporadic E, and 6 meters as well. Also want to say hello to SWL 13. Mike Cobra will get you checked in as well.
All right there, weatherman. It must be Mother Nature, man. It was raining cats and dogs a little while ago, but it kind of slowed, tapered off a little bit.
609, 141. That was 609, 141 in the grass, but baby.
Get it all down.
Hello, T180. You got no Mother Nature, no get back. 609, 141 is back quiet.
Maybe that's why. Geomagnetic storm in progress. A G2 class geomagnetic storm is underway as Earth passes through a magnetized wake of a coronal mass ejection that swept past our planet on the 27th.
Yeah, that's what's going on, and Tim's reporting he's getting the aurora skip on 6 meters. It would have to be pretty big time for us probably to get that this far and this part of the hemisphere, but it is out there happening. Last week after the net, I went up and I think it's on the archive, on the audio archives. Went up and on Tim's suggestion went through the 10-meter beacons, and there was quite a few. It was amazing. 5 watts and 25 watt beacons still in at about 10:30, coming through from Washington, and I think one from Utah and Montana. So probably that's going on right now. Anyway, the Old Tube Radio Network here, 27085, and taking check-ins from anywhere with your tube radios, looking for radio number 8.
Yeah, you do 29, man. 29, doing downtown Honolulu. 29, Papa Charlie, I'll be back in the middle. I'm the other side, aloha.
Mud flap 777 milligrams, waving aloha.
Papa Charlie, aloha.
Right back, mud flapper on Idaho. That's a bit of been Memorial Day there, and it's wet out here in the mini grass.
Oh boy, mini grass, good enough? What's going on? Aloha. Get your line off for 777 and look at 141. Hello. Get your line off for 777 and look at 141. Bye. Papa Charlie, aloha.
As the skip floating in here on the early evening hours on the West Coast, Central California, the Old Tube Radio Network. We are listening for radio number 8.
Right there in the northwest corner. In the northwest corner, just wanted to wave a hand right here, right now on the 1-1 channel, man. Take care, God bless, and I hope you have a good weekend, man. 141, pushing Maui, and northwest corner, tools are down. Aloha. Look at the little look at the ball pass out of the grass, and the little boy. Get it down. Bye, Mud Flap. Hey, Mud Flap. Like you right here by yourself, brother, so you should just call us for the pretty one. But you smoking and I ain't drinking. Hey, Mud Flap, have a good day now. 141, cruising this space station with the 4-in-1 wave and back quiet. Aloha and good day.
And hello to John, checking in from Fairfax, Virginia at oldtuberadio.net, SWL 128. And yeah, the conditions are still going strong here as we are in, looks like total darkness right now. But we'll see what happens. Thanks for tuning in the Old Tube Radio Network.
Hey, 118.33 in Paradise, want to wave the hand? Hello, once again, 118.33 in Hawaii, I want to wave aloha. Charlie gone. Papa Charlie hit the pancake in Honolulu. Papa
And waving a hand from downtown Fresno, Chick Chansey Park, SWL 28. Hello, Dennis. He's out there with Parker, Cilantro Gomez, and the Tacosaurus, having a good time.
Grass on broadcast, aloha.
I think I could use a visit from the Tacosaurus right about now.
Hey, Mudflap, take it easy, my friend. Have a good weekend. 500 and Shockaway. And that's my Roger right there. A lot of living color from a Mudflap. Hey, Mudflap, you blowing a whole bunch of smoke, no doubt about it. Take care until you get Mudflap, little boy. Mudflap, the boy with the toy in the grass. And aloha. Shaka, shaka, Papa Charlie, aloha. And that's my Roger right there. Take care, Mudflap. EV5, God bless. He's a little boy. I love you. Papa Charlie, mini grass. Aloha, shaka, shaka. Well, here another break to call in the little boy. I'll bring it right there. But it didn't hear you, big bro. Here comes the little boy. Here comes the little boy. Let them all know that here comes the little boy. I'm warming up this toy. The little boy, the little boy, the little boy, and the big Hawaiian Island. I'm waving aloha. Shaka, shaka, man, on your end. Oh, yeah, we get you there. 183. Papa Charlie, downtown Honolulu. It's a shaka, shaka. Come on.
And I Google searched mini grass to see maybe I could come up with a PC or Mod Squad or something. But that's there's a picture. If you go over to oldtuberadio.net, that is the picture that comes up for the mini grass. So I think we have the culprits exposed right here at Old Tube Radio Network that are causing all the havoc on our radio tonight. OTR, we are listening for radio number 8.
So that's the little guy that causes all the problems.
That is the mini grass.
That's not the kind of grass I was thinking of.
And just a reminder, when you are working on your old tube radio, to be safe and have things unplugged so that you don't, as we have heard said many times tonight, get a shaka shaka.
The little boy with all the Hawaiian ladies and bouquets, we send them your way. Have a wonderful day.
Yes, the Browning Golden Eagle microphone circuit there, if you're screwing on that when the sucker's on, will bite you as part of the circuit.
Yeah, I noticed that because when I'm running the audio equipment, there is no push-to-talk on the microphones, as you know, and I have to wire my own push-to-talk. Now, I used to use a J38 key, which is, two big exposed pieces of metal with the little key-down bar, and when I did it long ago with the Bozo Control Browning here, I didn't realize that it's what, the B plus or something. Was it 65 volts, 85 volts? There's a big voltage on that keying circuit. So when you errantly place your fingers off the little Bakelite knob on the J38 key and have a finger and a thumb touch the two connections on the code key, you know it.
I can laugh because I know the feeling. That will definitely make you remember not to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't try to use that particular device because it lets that B plus voltage being open. Also watching the video tonight, the mighty KUH. Hello, Brian, who is working with his first SDR, software-defined radio receiver tonight, just playing around with that. So I'm assuming he's probably got some computer interfaces to go with that give you great waterfalls and little scope things and ability to click and point and do all sorts of stuff. So Brian is he's a tube radio guy himself with the Drake and receivers and amplifiers. So Brian, have fun with that, and lots of things you can do with SDR. Also, Robert saying hello to the Old Tube Radio Network, Captain Keyboard in Nevada, number 648. Let's see, I think he said he turned 54. And reminding, as he does, do not drink and drive, which is a very good thing to remember here on this particular weekend. OTR, we are standing by listening for radio number 8.
Do not drink and operate a radio.
That's even better on a Saturday night.
Can I get in there wave one time? You got any conditions? Aloha from the minigas, 4587. God. Man, it's been a long time. I was wondering where you've been, man. Good to hear you.
It's like someone just turns on a switch. All right, I'll get in the fracas here. Is there anyone from the Mini-Grass, quote unquote, from the Mini-Grass that would like to check in or say hello here in Central California on the Old Tube Radio Network? We're live and streaming at oldtuberadio.net, so you can give yourself a radio check. But we'd like you to say hello to our tube radio operators. Anyone at all from the Mini-Grass that would like to say hello here on the Old Tube Radio Network. Over.
I know, he ain't forgetting all. I'm jumping around and talking to them.
Well, I guess as they say on 11 meters, I didn't get down.
Oh, you got to say, shoots, brother, cuz. What's up?
Who's this guy talking to the little boy? He's loud. Hello, DX, Hello, Blind Dog, man. You're talking on Honolulu. Hello, Blind Dog. Papa Charlie right back in Honolulu. Blind Dog, Papa Charlie. Aloha. Bye, 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 bye. Aloha, Vicky Chalera, Papa Charlie. Bye, 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 bye. I appreciate all checking out the bottom, man. I really do. It's been a long time. I appreciate you taking the time to acknowledge me once again. It's a pleasure, no doubt. Spread the loving grace all over. This is home.
think there's like 10 stations at once coming from Hawaii.
317, can 317 get in your radio? 53, Papa Charlie, aloha. Yeah, right, 317, man. Happy birthday today. Happy birthday, Tom. Happy birthday, 317.
I guess one of the pitfalls here is Channel 11 is sort of like an alternate, what do they call it, a Super Bowl channel. It's sort of like an alternate to Channel 6. If you listen to Skip, Channel 6 and Channel 11 and maybe Channel 28 seem to take the brunt of it all.
Hey, look, brother, it's my birthday, and I'm a party, not just my birthday, no doubt about it. Do you know long checker? Long 317, the boy, with the turns, the phone, he's on. 5150, man, 5150. Charlie, aloha.
That's a lot of RF coming from one island.
Yeah, you know, the 155.3 miles limit is history, but there was a caveat that you still needed the 5-watt DC input on the radio. Or I should say, out of the 4 watts into the antenna. You can still have the 5-watt DC input on the radio, but you can make a lot more out of the radio after that. That's where a little ERP, a little gain antenna helps you. That's what I need. I need an antenna pointed east, so I can put the back door up to the mini grass here.
Oh, there you go. That would help a bit.
It's 9:30 Pacific Daylight Time here in Central California, and we're getting 20 dB over S9 of solid noise from, what is that, 1,000, 2,000 miles away?
When conditions are in, you don't need much.
Peanut Mountain. I got it all. Trick in my receive. Even at 317. No doubt about it, man. Sure, you guys are always looking good around the neighborhood, no doubt. And so you gotta say, I'm out here paying attention how much.
Okay, I'm going to take a little break here. We're going to go for those listening at watching at oldtuberadio.net and watching on the YouTube video. We're going to take a little 2-minute drive. Those of you who are on 27085, my receiver is going to be far away. We're just going to move up to the 10-meter beacon frequency and see if we can hear just what 5 watts of power can do. We're going to go now. So if you want to follow me for the next 2 minutes, we'll take 2 minutes here. Either listen in at oldtuberadio.net or check the live video stream as well. Here we go. I'll stay on the receive. We're going to see if we can find some sensibility at 5 watts, going up to the 10-meter beacon frequencies. This is the Old Tube Radio Network, QSY, and back in 2 minutes. And I'm going to have to be on CW to do it here. I'm going to need to change my antenna match. There's some freebanders there. See if we're hearing any beacons at all. There you go. Not very strong. We're at 28,292, I think. Looks like NH6SI maybe, so we're hearing Hawaii, and I bet that's probably 25 watts or less on a beacon. So we need to tell the mini-grass that they only need probably 5 watts to get to. It wasn't very strong, I'll admit that. All right, not hearing as much as we did last week at about 10:30, or we were getting some of the E-skip conditions, but seems to be the only one there at 28,290, 292. I think it was NH6SI. Let's see if we can get the call, and we'll head back down. Or maybe HI. And lose him. All right, back to the 11-meter frequency, but there you go. Just goes to show you don't need all that power when the band is open. This is your old tube radio network. All right, and we are back, 27085.
And that's 127 in New Mexico, right there, walking down to Albuquerque radio, loud and clear, all up in here. Thank you. It's been a long time. God bless. Aloha. Break OTR.
The break OTR, go ahead, please.
65 checking in. Had to get a little more power under my belt because Skip's rolling through pretty hard.
Skip is rolling through very hard tonight. So you have the proper item of interest. Let me click on the official SWL 65 item here, Eric, and we will get your X in the square. First check-in week of our new 8-week roster, and I can hear you fine. Hope you can hear me too. Over.
We'll talk to you next weekend. 5 out.
And in our travels,
Station out there on Cali. You're going to be on 180.
All right, let me get on the right antenna here. All right, sorry about that. In our travels, and 65, I did get you if I was on the wrong antenna. All right. In our travels up the band, we were able to copy NH6HI beacon at 28,292. And I'm trying to see if the station mentions what power they were using on the beacon. But we were just kind of trying to show the mini-graphs that when the conditions are in as they are tonight, you really don't need more than probably 5 to 25 watts. His transmitter is a converted J.C. Penney CB radio. It didn't sound like it was quite on frequency or drifting frequency with a Pico Keir at 2 watts. That was 2 watts. So those of you who followed me up there and listened, it wasn't very strong, but that was 2 watts into an Antron 99 on a 10-foot piece of aluminum conduit transmitting at 28,292 on the beacon on a self-contained trailer. Using like a 3-amp power supply. So there you go. Mini grass, 2 watts, and we were hearing 2 watts up at 10 meters. So keep that in mind when you get your electric bill.
All right, man. Enjoy your day. Hawaiian Maze. Aloha. Take care of the southwest. Sure. I don't know. You know what? Yeah, when I heard the southwest out there, little boy in paradise. Hello.
And there's a picture over at oldtuberadio.net. That is the picture of the NH6HI beacon that we heard moments ago, running 2 watts up on 10 meters. The band is open, but that's all you need. Anyway, we're looking for radio. What are we looking for? Radio number 8 here on the Old Tube Radio Network.
Well, I appreciate the hello, Mr. Weatherman, Mr. 609, as you laid down that big old sound right here in my receiver. I have no choice to put it right there and right by. Take care of the Weatherman, Mr. 609, the little boy in the mini glass. I'm waving aloha. And I appreciate it, no doubt about it, man. I had all the break to come in with you, man. It was real rough and tough, but you enjoyed the barbecue. You enjoy your Memorial Weekend. I'll be out here doing the same for all our friends out there. The little boy, right here in the mini glass, I'm waving aloha.
And hello, 45, over.
I won't be able to hear you very long. You probably won't be able to hear me, but I'd like to check this radio center, radio telephone, SB-72 in.
All right, it sounds great. Got good audio and a good signal. We'll grab a picture of the General Radio Telephone SB-72, sort of an historic radio there in the fact that I believe it has sideband before just about anybody else. If you can hear me, back to you. Take another transmission, over.
I've got about maybe a third of what you said. I'll tell you. Hey, 444, enjoy, man. Hey, 444, I heard you the first time, man. Shame on me. 444, the little boy said, shame on me. Aloha. I wrote in on the thing. It's all there with Great Collins mechanical filter, which is not helping tonight at all. Not with us, Tim. Thanks, Dad. I hope you got that.
Yeah, I got it fine. We got a picture of the SB-72 up online, and almost sounds like that runs a control carrier on AM. It has a lot of forward movement on the meter, but I'm just wondering if they ran something like Regency did, where they have a suppressed, double sideband suppressed carrier to do the sideband. Although I believe that is single sideband and AM. And the, like you said, the Collins mechanical filter also has a Civil Air Patrol frequency 26620. And for General Radio Telephone, quite a few tubes. Normally their radios had less than 10, less than 9 tubes. This one has 13 because it needs a few to run the sideband. A pretty radio, and sounding good for Radio 8, the SB-72, over.
Okay. I would like to do yeah. Alright, Super 4, man. You want me to call you again? I'll call you again to the very end, Super 4. Hey, Super 4, I got that audio specific in my eardrum. Hey, Super 4, I know when you came out, man. I don't know what we're with you, but I tell you what, man. I'm out here in the mini glass, and I know so much audio when I hear it. And I hear you from time to time. Super 4, I'm knocking on your door. Aloha.
Yeah, occasionally, Paul, it goes into almost a control carrier situation where your audio is, it's almost sounds like sideband. It's interesting what happens. I don't think it's skip conditions as well. But it sounds good. I've got you logged in as Radio 8. It is there when I can hear you.
I'm thinking that audio is smoking.
And this is the Old Tube Radio Network.
Hey, what's up? You in there first, huh? Hey, you running as fast as you can, no doubt about that. Tell you what, I'm still within my hand. Aloha. Yeah, thanks.
All right, yeah, I hear it fine when we're not getting 20 over items. The SB-72, we'll leave it up for a while. Also want to say hello on the SWL Big Board to X4000, checking in from the big town of Brentwood tonight. Also listening in to skip conditions that are going on from a little bit of gray line, a little bit of solar activity. And speaking of activity, let's see if we can't get the jingle singers to tell us about the latest in tube radios.
You're listening in the latest style.
97.085 megahertz. Channel 11, Old Tube Radio. Fresno, California.
Right to the floor.
Well, we did prove tonight that you can hear Hawaii with just 2 watts. When you sometimes you cannot hear your neighbor with just 2 watts.
I got a copy on that radio check. Hey, Philip, Charlie said happy birthday. Something by the choir. Alright, Hawaii, I need you guys to take a standby over here. I gotta check in. Come on. Alright, break OTR. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, we'll give it a try. Bring your 2 watts and see how we can do the break OTR. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, Dennis. SWL37 here with my general radio telephone, the Super MC11A, that hopefully Hawaii can hear that we're trying to do some check-ins. This is also it's an old tube radio, that's right. General radio telephone, Super MC11A, with the original handheld stock mic, no amplification, so if they hear us over there, it's all barefoot.
All right, and yeah, they're giving you some competition. I'm going to say that's the radio to check in tonight. If you wanted to pick a radio that would bust through the interesting conditions we have, the General Radio Telephone Super MC11A would be the one to do it. And Radio 9 at 9:42, give us another transmission over.
Find a little boy waving my hand, aloha. I caught part of that, Dennis.
Yeah, part of that cacophony. You are radio number 9. I'm going to say if you pick one radio to use tonight, that would be the one.
Way too damn hard.
Well, we just went up to 10 meters to prove that you only need 2 watts to make it from Hawaii tonight. We proved that thanks to the NH6HI beacon. So we're trying to get the message across to our other friends that 2 watts is all you need. Talking across town, you need the 10,000 watts, though.
I do believe that's true. Hey, man, you're starting real great in Honolulu.
See, I think they're getting their gray line right now, so the signals are coming way up. You are checked in on radio, the General Radio Telephone Super MC11A. We have a picture of it up over at oldtuberadio.net. You are radio number 9.
Anyway, I'm out, Dennis. I might try one more, see if it'll get through.
Okay, choose wisely.
Okay. Yeah, come on. Oh, Papa Charlie right back, man. Ricky Chilera, Papa Charlie right back in Honolulu. Let's go. What'd he say? Dennis, am I getting out?
I heard something.
Yeah, Roger. Okay, man. Papa Charlie right back, man. Station 1027. I'm going to get you there, Papa Charlie. Aloha.
All right, 444, good night. Enjoy. Hey, 444, enjoy your Memorial Weekend now. Hey, 444, little boy. I'm out the door. Aloha. Hello.
Hello, radio.
Yeah, did you get that? I'm on the Chris 23.
Oh, I got that now. Radio 10, the KRIS 23 plus over.
Original handheld stock microphone. Over.
444, 181, what do you need?
All right, man. God bless you.
All right, sounding good. Radio 10 at 946. The Chris 23 plus will put a shot of that up too.
Okay, Dennis, I thank you. I'm going to get off this here, see if I can get in another one. I'm just getting the three loudest ones.
33.
All right, yeah, you got to get your 2-watt radios. We found that it only takes 2 watts tonight to talk from Hawaii. There's the 23 plus. We're listening.
One 181, mini grass, green grass. Have a good one. Aloha. Right there, right back, contact. Whole lot of Mother Nature sounding good. 181 with this flyby. Aloha. Right there, right back. You still cleaning out?
Tell him I say God bless them all right around the garden. Hey, 204, tell him I'm sending the blessings around the garden. I'm back listening. Oh, Bringo to you, I was keying up without it hooked up.
Well, that's despicable.
I was here in Hawaii good with no antenna.
That's even really despicable. I have the same problem here.
Arizona, hear you. Arizona, Hawaii station.
Products 23 channel 2 where it goes in the dark. This is a pretty blue one with, yes, that's the pretty blue one with an amplified D104 lollipop.
All right, confirming that is the Gem Marine over.
Hello, kid. Hello, kid. Aloha.
Yes, Gem Marine product, G-Power Mate.
All right, yeah, you're at 5 over 9, and occasionally I'm getting signals at 20 dB over S9. Can you believe it? There it is, at old2radio.net, the G-Power-Mate Gem Marine products sounding good here in someone's neighborhood for Radio 11.
Yeah, well, some of those actually cover you up over on me at times, believe it or not.
I can believe it.
Yeah, they're pumping them up. Overmodulated one of them is, and but hey, they're having fun.
Yeah, well, we proved that 2 watts is what's needed to break through the skip, break through the E-skip tonight. So if they're running 1,000 times that, that's probably why they're at 20 over.
Well, I had Australia was in there earlier too. Did you copy that, Dennis, on Australia?
Check. Hello.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of them there. I think we had about 11 or 12 stations in a row or simultaneously from Hawaii. But tonight, at least for a couple hours, we're more concerned about the glow-in-the-dark radios, regardless of whether they may where they may be from, and appreciate the Gem Marine G-Power-Mate.
Oh yeah, Dennis, I got to appreciate, and I do appreciate that you appreciate.
As the old song goes, that was playing around the time that these radios were beaconing quite nicely. I'm glad, I'm glad, I'm glad.
But who is it that was in his group? I can't think of his name. I know who he is, but I'm brain dead.
Well, this is the brain dead frequency.
042045. Papa Charlie, downtown minigas, checking in. Aloha. That'd be Eric Clapton. I appreciate your contact.
Yeah. Well, I think Hawaii is in their gray line right now, so that's where we're getting the big spike here.
Well, they're loud sometimes.
Papa Charlie di cielo in Honolulu. Get your letter to oh, Papa Charlie, Baba.
You know, and I did throw an invite out to the Minigrass, the Hawaiian stations, to say hello, check in here at the Old Tube Radio Network, listen in at oldtuberadio.net, but seem to be ignored here tonight.
Break OTR.
The break OTR. We will try it. Get you checked in. Over.
Yeah, no worries. I think I can get over that. 50 checking in, a little late.
But we are still here, along with everybody else on the West Coast and the South Pacific and wherever else. SWL50 is up on the big board. Thanks, Mark.
For California.
Yeah, well, California sounds good and everywhere else, too. We got you on the big board. Thanks, Mark. That almost sounds like backscatter coming in now.
Blanket. A blanket, 4587. A blanket, 4587. Blanket, 4587. Minigas. Aloha.
Yeah, hear that station right there? That's backscatter.
Check. It's all about the condition, man. That's all there is to it. Blanket 4587. Blanket 4587. 4587 gone. It's a little boy. It's more hollow point. I'm out of your ear, you little boy. Check, man. I got a put you on the west side. Have a good one. Have a beautiful night. Take care on the west side. 4587. Northwest corner. Minigas. Aloha. Hey, jumper, little boy. Hey, jumper, look at the little boy.
Yep, gray line around Hawaii and also New Zealand.
Yeah, we were getting the a beacon, 2-watt beacon from Hawaii up on 10 meters. I'm also hearing what sounds like backscatter. So the guy's probably either on the coast, you know, at Santa Maria Way or Sacramento or Los Angeles, starting to hear some of the backscatter coming in.
Check. Hey, jumper, right there. 87, 45, 87 gone.
And my hat is off to the digital SWLs who are still out there listening, who are still putting up with all of this noise coming through the receiver tonight.
I got you in my radio, 45, 87 gone. Make your radio too now. Hey, jumper, I appreciate it. Now, jumper. Little boy. Hey, jumper, the bull is getting down. Get down.
Well, I'll add a little bit to the cacophony here one more time with the jingle singers.
What are the magic numbers?
27.085 megahertz, channel 11.
Are the magic letters?
OTR.
Right here in
Fresno, California.
Radio Magic
Old Tube Radio.
for you.
Hey, jumper, the bull with the toe is getting down. Mojave Desert. Around in Mojave Desert. BYU as you lay it down, as you jump up and down in my cotton picket radio on a hot, hot lava flow. Enjoy your day, enjoy the radio. Jumper. The little boy, bye-bye. Papa Charlie, Hey, mama, mama, lucky, aloha.
You picked a good frequency,
Appreciate it, Jumbo. It's just a toy. Hey, Jumbo, it's just a toy, and I'm just a little boy. They all know. Oh, I have to say one thing. I'd sure hate to be their neighbors.
All right, I guess you're back off the hill. We are in a big, massive east skip. Hawaii is 20 over. It's been that way all night. I'm hearing 2-watt beacons on 10 meters from Hawaii, so it's been kind of rough. I'll get you checked in.
That's why my teeth are vibrating.
Hello, am I getting out?
Yeah, a little bit of aurora stuff. All right, back to there on KB6 GFD. I hear you over.
No, did you hear what I said? I hate to be their neighbor. Aloha.
Yeah, it might be a little rough, especially if you're like in public service or something, blocking emergency stuff. We have a check-in on the crossband. SWL40 is back in the Radio Shack, so we'll say hello to Larry and get him checked in.
The little boy, I'm getting down. About time for him to do something.
All right, I'm not going to stay out too late tonight because it's just wild out there. Let's have the jingle singers do what they do best.
You're tuned to
OTR. Channel 11.
right here in
Fresno, California.
Stay with us
Old Tube Radio.
and be modern.
Alright, man, you take care. That hollow point is all in my ear. Aloha. Yeah, you gotta come to school, man. Hey, hollow point, you got a hammer and a blanket. Hey, hollow point, you got the blanket. I got the hot lava. Hey, hollow point, you got the blanket. I got the hot lava. Hollow point, the lava is getting down.
All right, last call for radio check-ins, SWL check-ins, as we round up to the 10 o'clock hour here on the West Coast. 27085, our RF frequency, oldtuberadio.net, everywhere else, OTR listening.
Hey, hollow point, the lava. Hey, hollow point, the lava. Hollow point, the lava flow is getting down. You don't have to get it. Johnny. Oh, you waiting on the lava, the hot lava, breaker. What you mean the hot lava, breaker? You got cocoa water out here. All right, that's 690 Northern Cal, 690 Northern Cal, little boy in the hot lava. 690 Northern Cal, little boy in the lava, aloha.
All right, let me go ahead and close this down here.
Ladies and gentlemen, time now for the current OTR totals.
Won't be closing anything down. The band will still be open, but we'll go ahead and sign out here. Anybody wants to try and check on the mini grass, we'll get a clear frequency. Totals tonight, 23 and 22. We had 45 SWLs. Not bad, I guess, for this kind of weekend with this kind of noise. We are on the new first week of our new 8-week roster. And say hello. Make sure you, if you've got the home game, that you put in SWL 56, Mr. Phil Grandpa, for the new 00 for the next 8 weeks. And on the radio side, nobody ran away with anything. We had a couple of trams and a couple of general radio telephones for the most heard manufacturers, starting off with the Buddy Bass, the TX11B, RC11B. So I don't know if you were still listening, Harvey, if you were checked into that time, but Mr. Bill got the Buddy Bass, big Buddy Bass in tonight. Also his, the big tram, the D201, starting us off with some big iron and big audio, which was really necessary as the conditions, I think, now are even more intense on the skip than they were when we were checking in the radios at around 8:30. Triple play from SWL7, Mr. Ed on the Browning Mark III SSB for Radio 3. The E.F. Johnson Messenger 223 for Radio 4, and his Tram TR27E for Radio number 5 tonight. 00 on his Lafayette Comstat 25 Bravo, breaking away from the projects to give us a check-in. Thank you, Phil. Ed 7 on Radio 7 on the Robin T123, no B, the magic eye winking and blinking. Paul sneaking in through the noise with his General Radio Telephone SB72. Good choice for that one. Nice signal. And then triple play from Chris. I'm going too fast. Radio number 9, the General Radio Telephone Super MC11A. Radio 10, the Chris 23 Plus, and Radio 11, the Gem Marine Products G PowerMate. Thanks to SearchLawrence.com that helps us with technical issues here and keeps the Nixie tubes running. And thanks to all of you for taking time out of your busy weekend Saturday schedule to jump into the radio room against all odds and check things in. I will be away from the Old Tube Radio Air Chair next Saturday, as I will be out at a live FM radio event as a fundraiser for the radio station where I work. So we will probably have at least the audio stream up for your video pleasure, and we might have, conditions permitting and radios permitting, an alternate item at the microphone, taking your check-ins and keeping the chaos in some type of chaotic order. With that said, I will say 73 and have a good rest of your Memorial weekend.
Hello, Honky.
Good night and good night.
Good night. I'm glad you had the patience, Dennis. We do appreciate it. Great net. So thank you very much.
Oh yeah, after 34 years of this and sugar bears and carriers and all sorts of things that went on, this is just one of the stuff that happens. And what I'm going to do I'm not going to sign off. I'm going to take another 3 to 5 minutes here. Won't sign off on the video, and we won't sign off on the audio at oldtuberadio.net. We are going to roll the receiver up to the 10-meter beacon band, and we're going to see if there are any other stations that we can copy, probably in the area that we're hearing in the Pacific, that are running, say less than 10 watts. So if you're listening at oldtuberadio.net, we'll be up for another 5 minutes. If you're watching the video, you'll see me twisting the dials here. As we head up to the 10-meter amateur radio beacon band and see just how...
141, station in with the shuttle. You're going to be up to what, from 28 to 29 meg? Yes, you can let get aloha. Dennis, was you going to be copying on 28 to 29 meg or what?
Get your head, man. Run the DXM, man. Baba Charlie, don't get away from me, man. I'll be back, man. Get your head up, Baba Charlie. Downtown Honolulu. I'll be back. Aloha. Hey, brother, what? You really stay tight now. Before you should have come by yourself. Lower rock, this eating video radio. Hey, Honky, you enjoy your day. Rock in the rock. Get it all down. Watch me go. Hey, bye-bye. Bueno, pues yo no puse de que aloha. Hey, 183, I couldn't leave you hanging, man, when you put a big old, cut a big smile on. Combo Mongo. Combo Mongo, look at 141 right there. Combo Mongo, 141. The fourth one. Right. Go! Questa è really Australia, with the speed there, they get Australia speed there, to mix up. Hello, brother. I don't know what's blanket. Hey, blanket, look at that right here. You got the blanket, you got the pillow. Hey, blanket, if you got the blanket, you got the pillow. Hey, blanket, pillow, down. And I got it all 183, no doubt about it, man. Hey, watch out, we got somebody out there with a nice blanket. Man, from time to time. Take your 183 at the Nissan Mobile. Out here on the house. All right, blanket, you move a
you take it there, brother. This side, 141, slapping the pillow down his back quiet. Doing crew change,
All right, wait, no input. Ah, there we go.
All right, y'all. When you bye-bye.
How about that? All right, well, that's good audio. Got 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. I don't know. I lost my, lost the audio. I lost something here on the audio board.
And I like how you threw him on notice. The little boy got the fans,
Hello, test radio. All right, the output of the 528E looks like. The processor output of the 528E. 1, 2, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I don't know what the deal was. Lost the processor output of the 528. All right, here we go. Whew. Silence on the receiver. Lost the audio output of the 528E. I think I'm back now. So this is audio only. Let me get the right antenna here. Just barely. There's the NH6HI. Just barely coming through. See if we find any better beacons. Okay, that's interesting. See, last week we were hearing short E-skip from the States. And now it's just beacon. So not as good as it was about an hour ago. 28292 for the NH6HI, and that's still off the 11-meter antenna. Out of the tuner. So there's the conditions where now you do need more than 2 watts. And those guys that are running 500,000, probably 2,000 watts, maybe more. I don't know what they run, but conditions have changed, so that's what you need. Yeah, and like the station says, I need like Brian. I need like KUH. I need an SDR. Wonder how Brian's SDR is running tonight. Take some of that noise away. All right, well there you go. The beacons are down 2 watts as the gray line moves around from Hawaii. Not too much going on. And if we head back to 27085, you can hear the stations have faded a little bit, but not too bad. All right, 73, everybody. The Old Tube Radio Network signing off, and we'll catch you next time. Good DX.